Today we're going to be underneath a 1968 Ford Mustang Convertible here. Actually, it's a pretty nice little car here. Start here at the back, work our way forward. You got the fuel tank here. Again, probably not brand new, but it's in really good condition. There's no dinks, scratches, dents, anything like that on this here fuel tank, so it's in really good shape. All of your mounting hardware too for it seems to be really nice there. You got the dual exhaust the whole way up through. It's all new exhaust too. You can tell as we go up through here. There's no signs of rust or anything, no surface rust, anything like that. So all fairly new exhaust there. Again, complete with the tailpipe extensions there also off the back. You got leaf spring rear suspension. Looks like it has fairly new shocks on the rear end here as well. Hooked up to the 8-inch Ford rear end, and this is a 3.00 gear ratio in this, non-locking diff, and that's the 28 spline axles in here as well. Again, drum brakes also out at the ends here of the axles. Now we're up underneath the center here of our 68 Mustang Convertible. Again, the exhaust, you can look at the mufflers, look at the pipes, you can tell that all of that is fairly new. It does have the emergency brake cables all hooked up here. The floor pans look really good in this car too. I really don't see any signs of patching per se. Also, you have these bars in. Now, I'm not a real good Ford fanatic here, but looks like these are kind of like frame extenders. That they have these welded in to the frame and back at the back section here of the frame to help stiffen the car up. Again, I can only presume probably because it is a convertible, just to add a little bit of strength there. Again, floors are good, exhaust is real nice. You got the C4 automatic transmission here, and that's hooked up to the 302 cubic inch Ford motor up front. And now we're going to finish off under the front end of the Mustang here. Again, you take a look at all the suspension components, all the bolts, all your ball joints, washers, bushings, all that stuff that looks to be in really good condition and almost new in this car. Tie rods, same thing. The front shocks up in there, I know you probably can't see them, but those look fairly new as well. Your strut rods, they all have new urethane bushings on those. Again, everything's going to be real nice and tight on the front end here. Got the disc brakes up front, and that is power front disc brakes, as well as power steering on this car too. So as far as the underside of the car goes, that's it. We'll go ahead and move to the top side now. Underneath the hood of our 68 Ford Mustang Convertible here today, just pinpoint out some of the key features underneath here. First thing you notice is once we open that hood up, the underside's painted same color of the car, which is that presidential blue. That's what Ford called this, dark blue back then. So under the hood here, you've got pretty much a stock style air cleaner and valve covers. It does have the 302 decal on the air cleaner, which that is what this engine is. It is a 302. Again, nothing real racy under here. You've got your stock style distributor and coil. You've got the breather on the one side of the valve covers here. You got the PCV valve back there on the other side. You've got an Edelbrock single feed 4-barrel carburetor in there, and that does have the electric choke, and yes, it is all hooked up there and functioning as it should. Got a stock style radiator in here as well. You've got power steering on this car. You also have power brakes back there, and you can tell from looking at the top of the shocks here where they mount on these Ford Mustangs, you can tell that those shocks are fairly new too, just in real good condition. So that's pretty much it under the hood, and we'll go ahead and close that up and move on. Walking around the outside of our car, we're going to go ahead and start at the front end here, work our way back the driver's side to the rear. We have the chrome front bumper here that you notice. You also have the one out back there. We'll see that when we get to the trunk area. Steel hood. This is stock hood basically for the Mustang. Now you do see, as far as your wheels go, you see that these are factory steel wheels. They have the trim rings and center caps. Now they have the GT center caps on them, and I would just assume that, you know, whoever the prior owner was decided they liked that look of that center cap here, because it's just a Mustang convertible, not the GT. We'll go ahead and continue on back the side here. If you notice, if you can get a good look at your door gaps and your door elevations, everything is pretty much spot on that car. As far as mirrors go, you have both your driver's side and your passenger side mirrors here. Neither one are remote adjustable. They're just both manual adjustable mirrors. All of the trim around the windshield, around your wing windows, the bright work and everything around the car is all in really good condition in this car as well. We'll go ahead and open up the door. On the inside, pretty much your stock interior, you know, what would be factory for this car. You do have a two-tone interior on this, a two-tone blue, to kind of help go along with that presidential blue on the outside of the car there. Bucket seats up front. You've got seat belts both front and rear. On this car here, you have a wood grain steering wheel, factory steering wheel and factory column. You've got all factory gauges in that dash, which again is factory. You do have an aftermarket Sony AM FM CD player in here, so they kind of updated that with the time, so you have, you know, good old tunes to listen to there. And it's got the floor mount automatic shifter in there as well. We'll go ahead and close that door up. Closes nice and easy. You've got the white convertible top here, and there is a white boot to go on that convertible top when you have that down to enjoy some of that nice summer air there for you. On this car here, the window is glass, but it's a two-piece glass, so it's got basically like a seal. Whenever it flips the top down, that it'll fold itself over on. So real nice part of that convertible top. You have BF Goodrich radial tires wrapped around those factory steel wheels. And then again, you got the chrome rear bumper. Now we're at the back end of our 68 Mustang convertible here. We'll show you a little bit around here and go inside the trunk. Again, your trim around the trunk, around the taillights, everything, that looks all good on this car. The chrome rear bumper looks really nice in this car too. You've got chrome tailpipe extensions on this car, and then you also have your backup lights down there in that rear lower valance. So we're going to go ahead and open the trunk up. Before we do that though, take notice of your gaps here and elevations. Everything looks really good the whole way around this trunk. Looks really nice for a 68 Mustang. I'm going to go ahead and pop that trunk. And again, as soon as you open the trunk up, you'll notice the underside of the trunk painted the same color as the outside of the car, that presidential blue. Inside the trunk, really not too much to talk about here. Again, your floors are in really good shape. The top of the fuel tank, really good condition as well. It's got a trunk mat in there. Then up here on the trunk lid itself, that's where you'll find your weather stripping, and that's all in good condition. Probably not brand new, but it's still really soft. No tears, no rips, no signs of any leaks whatsoever in that trunk. So we'll go ahead and shut that, then we'll move around to the opposite side of the car. And now we'll go down the passenger side of our Mustang here. Again, starting from rear, working our way to the front. Not a whole lot more here that I can mention that I haven't on the other side, so we'll kind of just breeze through this. Again, your chrome rear bumper in really good condition on the back of this car. As we come up to the front, or towards the front here from the back, you've got those steel wheels with the trim rings and the GT center caps with BF Goodrich rubber wrapped around those. Your white convertible top with that glass in the back there. We'll go ahead and open our door up. Maybe point out a few more things here that we did on the other side. Again, your weather stripping, your seals on your doors, those are all in really good condition. The door rubber bump stops, good condition. Your seals On the side here, your U seals, all very good condition. The threshold plates, good condition as well. That two-tone interior kind of sets this off nice, and it is in excellent condition as well. So we'll go ahead and shut that. Door closes nice and easy. Again, those door gaps, door elevations, all in really good adjustment there as well. Again, I mentioned we've got both the driver and the passenger side mirror, both manual adjustable. Your chrome moldings and trim around your windshield, all of your glass, that's all in good condition as well. As we move our way to the front again, you've got the hood here, steel hood, gaps and elevations, excellent adjustment on those as well. And then you'll also notice in your hood here, in these little scoops, you've got your turn signal indicators in here, your flashers. So that's how you know which way you're going when you turn that your directionals on. And again, ending up at the front, you've got the nice chrome front bumper here. Just an overall nice, very nice car, convertible, something you can enjoy in the summertime.